Hey folks, welcome to another day and another unboxing and review of the Galaxy Buds Live from Samsung, or the Galaxy Beans, or whatever you want to call them. I've been using these with the Galaxy Note 20 Ultra, and I want to compare them a little bit to the Galaxy Buds Plus from last year. So let's open this up real quick. This is what the box looks like, by the way. Galaxy Buds Live, some serial numbers, bunch of stuff in the back, tells you the specs. All right, let's open this up. Dun, 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 dun. There's a little bit of something in here we should have a look at in a minute. And then we have the actual buds. And we have a little box, and that's it. So let's have a look at all three of these things. And first, let's have a look at the actual buds. What's interesting is that I immediately noticed that there is some defect on the paint on these. They came out of the box with a bit of a wear spot right here. That's a little disappointing, but you know, strange because they were packaged properly. So you have a USB Type-C port in the back, you have an LED up here, and then when you open them up, you have another LED inside here that shows you the status of the actual buds or beans, Buds Live. And this is the status of the case. And as you can see, this is a pretty compact case, right? It's actually slightly smaller overall, I think, than the Galaxy Buds Plus from last year. So that's actually pretty interesting. This has wireless charging as well, which is exciting, and it holds about 24 hours of charge in addition to the full charge in the buds. The buds last about 5 hours on a charge, and that's been my experience pretty much. So let's have a look at the buds closer up. As you can see, there's some charging pins that match the charging pins on the buds themselves. So that's it for the case. Let's have a look at the buds themselves. So they're very interesting looking. Notice that there is no silicone rubber seal. This part up here where the contacts are is actually the part that goes up in your ear, on the upper part, and this goes in the lower part of your ear, kind of like at the edge of your ear canal. So there's no silicone seal around the ear canal in any way. So this is very similar to like the OnePlus Buds or like AirPods, in the sense that there's no seal of any kind. These also have active noise cancellation, but it's pretty mild, so I'll get to that in a second. So this is really just kind of to locate them. This little rubber piece around the contacts here is to locate them. And as you can see, they are really like tiny little jelly beans. See that? It's kind of amazing. So I want to give you a quick size comparison, but before I do, let's have a look at what's in the rest of the box. So there is some manuals here, I guess. Not sure how you open that. Oh, it's down here. So probably just some instructions and some safety and warranty, nothing else in here. We've got quick start guide, terms and conditions. Let's see what's in here. It tells you how to do basic stuff. Here's the LED codes: green, yellow, red, and flashing red. And that's it. This is how you connect. You have to install some software from the Play Store on Android. So anyway, then there is a cable in here. This is a USB Type-C cable and Type-A on one end. And as you can see, there's extra little winglets that you put up around the top part here. I haven't had to use these, so USB-C to USB-A, pretty standard stuff. Again, there's wireless charging if you need it. So let's compare them a little bit. These are the Buds Plus from last year, and they have silicone tips, right? But as you can see, they're actually quite a bit bigger. Like, these Buds Live are really small. You see that? It's kind of amazing how small they are. So that's one thing that surprised me the most when I unpacked these. It's the size, really. You know, I'm gonna have to compare them to the Plus, because right now you want to decide, should I spend $170 on these, or should I spend, you know, less on the Buds Plus, which are on sale at various prices right now. So that's the question you need to ask yourself. So here's my takeaway. I like the Buds Plus better. The sound quality is better. I'm not like necessarily invested in whether there is a silicone tip around my earbuds or not. I, for example, love the OnePlus Buds, which have no silicone tips. You know, this design isn't necessarily bad for my fit, for my ears, but I feel that in terms of pure sound quality, the Buds Plus sound better to me than the Buds Live, even after adjusting the EQ properly in the app. That's something to keep in mind. Now, your mileage may vary because, as we all know, earbuds are very personal. The other thing I feel is a little bit of a miss with these is the active noise canceling. So, you know, this is supposed to have active noise canceling, and now I know that on earbuds you're not going to get the same level of active noise canceling that you get, say, on like Sony noise canceling headphones or Bose headphones, right? I get that. And in fact, I have a pair of Sony noise canceling earbuds, the WF-1000XM3, and those are better than this by far. And so basically think of the ANC, the active noise canceling on these earbuds, as just a way to kind of muffle external sounds, especially in the low frequencies. So this is kind of the equivalent of putting, you know, silicone tips earbud in your ears. And actually I feel for me, with these size silicone tips on the Buds Plus, I get better noise insulation than running ANC on the Buds Live. So consider that. You can see there is a detector here to figure out if they're inserted or not, so you can pause the music. That's pretty cool. And so generally speaking, it's a great experience. They fit really nicely. They're very small. They don't protrude out of your ears, which is really great. There's very few earbuds do that. Battery life, as I said, is pretty solid. 5 hours on a charge, plus 24 more hours in the case. So sound not quite as good as I expected based on my experience with the Pluses. And fit is great, comfort is great. ANC is okay, nothing too fancy here. Don't expect it to cancel any serious outside noise. So that's basically my take on these earbuds. I'm not going to show you the software. It's pretty much the same software that's on the Buds Plus and Buds. There's a little slider that you can turn on for noise canceling. You turn on ANC and turn it off. But really, it's about the design and the shape of these. And I really admire Samsung for doing this and trying something different. But I feel like, honestly, if you want the better sound, save a bit of money, go with these. You're going to get similar insulation, the Buds Plus, and better sound quality in my opinion. So that's it, folks. This is my Galaxy Buds Live review, aka the Beans. Stay tuned for more content on the show. What do you think? Would you buy these or would you buy the Beans? Tell me in the comments. Let me know what you think. And remember, this is a compliment to the podcast at mobiletechpodcast.com. So please like, subscribe, tell your friends, click the little notification bell below, and listen to the podcast. It's on Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Pocket Casts, Spotify, everywhere good podcasts can be found. I have a more complete review in this week's show, so check that out. And stay tuned for another video. Cheers, everybody.